Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to check which service is running on which port in Windows 10. So I'm going to show you something. I was trying to run this program called XAMPP. XAMPP is a local server where you can run application on your machine. So we have the Apache server, and then we have also MySQL, which is also like a kind of database where you can create your database. And as you can see, when I start Apache server, we have this process ID here, and it's running on port 80 and also port the secure port, which is 443. So, but surprisingly, when I start this one, we see we have the process ID. Actually, I should have recorded the process ID. But let's see if I try again. So it's actually the process ID is keep changing. But surprisingly, I get this error. The error, my SQL shut down unexpectedly. This may be due to the blocked port, misindependence, and you can see all this kind of red stuff here that's showing that something is not okay. So I'm trying to see now. I'm trying to see which service is running on which port. So I want to make sure that I know which port is this. So how do we find out which port run on my SQL? So we can just Google so which port number does MySQL use. Okay, we can see, and this is the port number dedicated for MySQL. So I need to find out why or which service is using this port. Otherwise, this port should be this MySQL should be accepted and be running on this port. But now it seems that there's something else is using this port. So I need to show you today how to do that. So we just go to open the command line and right click. You can just click it, or you can just run as an administrator. And when we are here, we're going to use the network tool called NetStart. And what is NetStart? NetStart is a tool derived from the words network and also the statistic, and is a program that controlled via command issued in command line. As I open it on command line, and it delivers the basic statistic on all network activities, and it informs or inform the user on which port and address the corresponding connections such as like TCP or UDP are running, and which port are open for tasks. So if I type here, it's going to give you just overview. If I type like NetStart, sorry, it's not NetStart, but it's NetStart without error. So we can see here, this is just overview. You can see we have this is a TCP protocol, and it keep updating all the time. That's why it's just pushing me up and down. So we can see here we have the TCP, which run on the port 8080. And then we have the foreign address and the state. Okay, we don't go so much on that details, because here the point is that we are checking which port is running on a 3306. So here we can't get so much because it's overview. But if you want to get more details, let's say we want to be able to display all the open ports and active connection. In numeric, let's say, or the process ID should be included. So what we do, we use another command called we add something which is NetStart, and then we have hyphen or dash, and then we put ANO or ANO. And when we click, now we see we get more information that display more information that we need. And this is very important because here now we have protocol, we have local address, foreign address, and then we have this piece of information that we need, which is with the process ID. So once we have this process ID, we can now find out who is using this port. So, but how do we do that? We have to go to the task manager. So you just have to right click on this bar, and then you can go to task manager. In this task manager, now we can see we have the names, status, and then we have process ID, and etc. So, but if you don't see this PID, then you have to right click and then you click it. For example, if I disable it, then you don't see it here. But I enable it by clicking it, and then we see we have all this. Okay, and then we want to check now. We want to compare this port ID box, because here we can only see the PID, but we cannot see anything. So we have to check. We take the PID from this side, and then we compare here, and we see which the name of the program that is running this is running. So, but how do I find that? How do I find the port? So what I do, I just Control F, and then I get this find, which is much easier for me to see. So I type, and what I have to type, I'm typing this, but we can just copy, and then click it, paste it here, and then find. And you see, as I'm trying to find, I see this 33060 is not the same, because this is it's only 3306 and this 33060. So we continue finding. Okay, here we go. So we have it here, so we can cancel this. So we can see it's here, 3306. And then now we find the process ID. So you can see here the process ID is 4460. And this is very important for us. And if you remember, I said this is a process ID. And then we have this process ID, and here it's showing us, it's listed on this 4460. Okay, so we go back to the task manager, and then we put close, very close, so we know it's 4460, and then we look it here. You search for that. You can also search, but you can just look, and we can see here, if you have a good eyes, I have spotted it's 4460. It's here, 4460. So we can see the name of the program is MySQL ID. So now that we have this, we can, when you go back to this MySQL, if you try to start again, we have problem. So what we do, we need to come here. Actually, let me put it down here, and then Okay, so actually this is my SQL ID. It has like, it's running on the two processes. We have this and this one, but we are interested to this one. With this one, we right click and end the task. Okay, and now we have only this one now, or all of them have just disappeared. So what we do now, we try to start this again. Now you see we are able to start this pod. So this MySQL ID was the one who was using this pod, and now we are able to shut down that service, and then now by default this MySQL is going to use the pod because now the pod is available. So next time you have this problem, you just follow what I just said. You use this the tool command, which is start -ANO, and then you get all the information. Then you can search for the PID, the process ID, and then you go back to the tax manager. And once you have tax manager, now you can just locate this PID, and then exactly you get the service that is running on that port, and you shut the service down, and then you restart the port again, and then you have the MySQL running. So, and this goes to almost every other module, or what you say, the service that is you're not using, because there are so many ports, as you can see here. As you can see, there are so many ports. Even this Apache now is running on this. If in case that you find out that there's another service running on this port, then you can come and locate it and shut it down, and then start on that on service that you need. So thank you guys. I hope this was it was helpful. Remember to subscribe and like, and bye bye.